Maggie, we're going to have you show the cans. We're live and we're on.
And we're on. We're a little late.
Are we?
Just a minute or two.
Paper?
Yes, we can use that. So Maggie, do you want to show the cans? We're live right now. We're talking to amongst ourselves, but Lynn is here, and I know she doesn't mind. And a lot of other people are joining us too. So it's TGIF. Happy Friday.
Woo-hoo.
And Bobbi's here. Surprise,
Hi, guys.
surprise. We don't get to see Bobbi very often. She works part-time because she's got a full-time job. But she had this morning free. And throughout April, we've been doing a lot of memorial and memory projects, cards, mixed media. Janet did a recipe crate. We've done a clipboard. We've done all kinds of different projects. And Bobbi's here with some scrapbook layouts. And everybody loves it, Bobbi, when we have scrapbook layouts. So I'm really happy you're here. And I do love your coffee shirt. She's got her craft a latte shirt on today.
Brought my coffee with
and she's got her coffee here
coffee
too.
with me. Yes.
And that looks like a very foo-foo, low sugar drink.
Of course. It's Free Calorie Friday.
Oh, Free Calorie Friday, everybody.
Yes.
I love that, Bobbi. Well, Crafty Kathy just joined us, and Dawn is here, our She Shed friend, Dawn. And, we've got an announcement. We've got an announcement. Here comes Maggie. All right, so we want to wish Karen a very, very happy birthday. And, Karen, I hope you're watching.
Happy birthday, Karen.
Happy birthday, Karen.
I know it's not exactly the day. I think it's this weekend.
It is this weekend. It's a little early, so celebrate your youth for a couple more days.
Kelly, maybe this might be a little inkling of what maybe she got for her birthday.
You think it's a hint of what she got for her birthday?
Did you do some shopping for her, I take it?
Maybe. tell your husband you love him.
Yeah, Karen's husband called and wanted us to wish her a happy birthday, and he called for another reason too, but I don't want to spoil the surprise.
And they are very, very, very big Hawkeye fans. So
Maggie went out and picked out the best Hawkeye. She made a sign. So I don't even know if Karen's watching yet, so she might have to catch us on the later if it's not live. I haven't seen her say anything, but a big happy birthday to Karen this weekend. And her husband called us, so that's pretty special too, isn't it, Bobbi?
I wonder how many husbands have our phone number saved in their phone.
I don't know. I don't know.
Or their phone.
Or how many are hearing our video from afar.
Yes, I'm sure they are.
Well, Penny did something yesterday that was kind of cool. We had shown this card kit from Photoplay Paper, and it just came in. We showed it, and Penny made it up for us. And it's called Just For You.
These are adorable.
And Photoplay makes really nice card kits. And the card kit, will you see how much it is, Bobbi? I'm not sure how much it is, but I'm going to show you all the cards.
$12.99 on the cost.
$12.99, and it makes 8 cards. And I'll just kind of go through here, and you can see the cards. Penny added a lot of foam dots, and look at, they're like popped up double, some of them.
I like that.
Isn't that neat? So you definitely want to have some foam dots. And look at this one with the butterfly. So Penny, thank you for making these for us. It does make 8, and they're all different themes. Like this one says, "Just chicken in with you."
And look at all the extras that she has over
And
too.
You're a peach. Get well soon with a little cup of tea. And this one, Bobbi, I thought was really neat with the flowers. The
I love that.
Flowers.
Did she pop up each individual flower? She
They
did.
They have like doubles. So underneath this pop-up is the same flower, and then they had an extra on the sticker sheet. So, and speaking of the sticker sheet, in the kit you're going to get twice the papers that you need. So you get double papers and 1 sticker sheet. And if you want to make 8 more cards with your own card bases, you can just get another sticker sheet and you can make 8 more cards.
That makes it perfect.
And Janet just linked all this for us, and we also want to wish a happy birthday to, I'm dragging it out, Lori Meyer's husband. It's his birthday today. And Bobbi, he's spending an hour sitting out in front of Memory Bond.
Oh, nice. So he's already out
So
there.
is he out there? Well, we need to let him in.
He can come in.
Oh, I think okay, I get it. I'm a little slow, Bobbi. I think they're coming shopping, and he'll wait in the car.
Oh, he'll wait in the car. Well, so I tell the husbands, we've got great shops, a great bookstore down the street.
We do have a bookstore. We'll send a caramel out to him.
There
so, Lori,
go.
remind us, we'll send a caramel out. And then we had a comment about the scrubby. PJ says it reminds me about the girls. My scrubby reminds me about the girls every day. Hubby. I think it's hubby. It says Scrubby, and we're confused because we have Scrubbies over here.
Aren't those amazing?
So Maggie whipped these up, and we thought these would be fun for Mother's Day. So tell your hubby or your Scrubby that you'd like to get a Memory Bound gift card, and we love the Scrubby soap. I've had my lemon out at my kitchen sink, Bobbi, and it's really wonderful. So the cans are, what, $5.29 for these little cans from Sullivan's Gifts. And then how much are the Scrubbies? I'm not really sure.
Scrubbies. Oh.
We got it covered up.
We got it. $6.99. And
I know. I wish you could smell them through the camera.
This one is, what's this one?
That's the lemon lime.
Lemon lime.
And then they come in orange. And they come in lemon.
And they do.
Bobby's going to sniff them all for us.
They smell amazing.
So Maggie just took the little can and tied a ribbon around it, stuck in a Scrubby, and stuck in a gift card. So there's a gift idea for Mother's Day for everybody, or a birthday or a teacher.
Yep.
What about a
there
teacher
you go.
appreciation?
Yep.
We have a lot of teachers that come in here and they get stickers and paper and things to do for their classrooms.
And with that paint, when we're painting, or even just the smell is amazing.
Okay, PJ just explained. Thank you, Phyllis. Bobbi, she says a Scrubby is a hubby of a scrapbooker.
So
I
like that.
You're going to hear that again, Phyllis. We're going to be using that.
So do we need to change to Doug's title?
Doug could be the Scrubby, I guess.
Our Scrubby, the Memory Bound Scrubby.
He's our Scrubby. So anyway, that's pretty exciting.
I love that.
And those are some gifts, the ideas, and we showed you the cards. And Penny pulled out some Nouveau drops that match. And Bobbi, will you see what colors those are? It looks like maybe Wedgwood blue might be one of them.
I love it when Kelly knows.
Sometimes
she is right.
So Wedgwood blue is a color that matches really well. And maybe you have it already and maybe you don't.
Let's see. This is metallic bottle green.
Bottle green, and then we have heritage rose. So those were 3 colors that Penny grabbed and thought looked really good. And then she brought some foam squares, and you're going to need something to unsticker your stickers, de-stickerize your stickers, and the powder tool from EK works really well. And then she also used the corner rounder, but where did she use the corner rounder at, Bobbi?
Let's see. Right here on the one on the white card, it looks like.
Top.
Yeah.
And then she picked out these 2 colors of twines for her card. The twine is not included with your card, but she used 3 feet of peach and 4 feet of white. And you can buy this in 2-yard increments, so if you ordered it online, you'd have plenty for what you need because they come in 2 yards and they're very inexpensive. And here's a sample where she put the twine on.
I like that.
I do too. That's just a little extra.
Exactly. Yep.
And before we move on to Bobbi, we want to show you all the extra pieces. She had all this paper left over. She had a lot of stickers, and they're all in here. And I guess I'm probably not going to open it, but you can see there's a lot of stickers left over. So you could switch out some of your phrases or put them on the inside.
Oh, there you go.
It says thinking of you, like you have your get well soon card, and then you could put thinking of you right on the inside.
And sometimes I take these strips, just if you want to add a little extra on the inside and put it like at the bottom type of thing.
Grab one of those out, Bobbi, and let's just show what you're talking about because I like that idea. So this is the brand new card kit from Photoplay. It's called Just For You. And, oh yes, see, that looks really nice.
Just adds a little extra, so cut it down, and
that's a great idea.
Great way to use up our scraps that we have. Yeah,
good visual too. All right, well, Bobbi, are we ready? I think we're ready.
I think we're ready.
We've been doing a lot of memorial things through the month of April, and that was kind of our theme because we don't do enough of that, and it really tells our stories, our family stories, our history. It reminds us of those that we've lost. Yes. Friends and family, and Bobbi has a really nice album that she made in honor of her grandpa.
Yep.
So tell us what you're going to tell us, Bobbi.
Well, so what I'm going to do, you guys I think saw it's been about a month, me do an album that I just handed over to one. So now you get to kind of see one.
Oh, that's right. You were here with the baby album.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you get to actually see, I'm like, I got a scrapbook done, guys. I feel pretty like, okay, it might not be that big, but it's done. I've got pictures of when my grandpa passed away back in 2022. So
That's only a couple years.
Only a couple years, but it's done. It's in a book and everything. But also, guys, I had to wait for the line that I liked. Sometimes we might just have to put our pictures aside.
Well, that's a good point, because there really wasn't anything available hardly for a memorial or remembrance collection, and now we've got 2.
We do, and so I used the photo plane with what I did. It stood out for me with what I wanted to do with my grandpa to remember his celebration of life, because as we look in the album, yes, there were tears shed, but there was also a lot of laughter and a lot of memories. A lot of great memories, and this was towards the tail end of COVID, so to kind of finally be able to see family that we've not seen for a while and go from there.
And that's the In Loving Memory collection from Photoplay.
Yep.
And if you get the collection packs are actually out of stock, but they're on order. We have all the individual pieces of it right now, and then Bobbi matched up some Color Vibe for us too.
Yep, and Color Vibe, I will be honest, is probably my new favorite.
I can tell you've got it right
I
here.
do.
It looks like oatmeal.
Yes, Kelly, you're great with the colors.
I do work with them a little bit.
A little bit more than I do, but I do. I love the Color Vibe, and yes, a lot of the packs do come with matching colors, but I think I like the Color Vibe just because of the fact that one side, let me reach over here, one side is the dots, and then the other side is plain. So it kind of gives me a couple options when I'm using the Color Vibe collection with that. So one thing that I do, and I should have brought a pack, but I print off all my pictures. When I go to whatever thing, I will print off every single picture unless it's blurry. Then I'll take those out of the, I won't send them to Walgreens. It's just who I use. And then what I try to do is I just cut all my pictures down.
You just crop them right away?
I crop them
or when you get ready
when I get ready, or when I kind of know that okay, it's time to start working on this, even though it's 2 years later. But I crop them down, and then that's when I can kind of say, okay, gives me an idea of what I want to lay out. So I'm going to talk about this page one. These are my boys. Kelly,
they're so cute. I'm going to zoom in on them. They're twins, everybody. So imagine raising twin boys, teenage boys now.
They're 14 now. So here they were, 12? They would have been 12. They weren't teenagers yet.
Okay.
No, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But Kelly and them at Memory Bound, they had the pleasure of seeing them when they were newborns, and have seen them grow and throughout the years. But so my grandma passed away back in 2009, and then my grandpa passed away in 2022, and I finally did last week get his album done, portion of it. So you will see here that my kids are holding a packet of Lay's potato chips, and that's actually a Budweiser note. They did not drink any of it in regards to that. But I'm going to go to the next page. So, they just, I do, folks, I take pictures when I go to funerals.
Bobbi, I'm glad you mentioned that, because sometimes you're not sure, gosh, is it okay to take a picture? And I bet later you would love to have those pictures.
Yep.
And remember.
This one we did before everybody left, type of thing. This was my grandpa. As we go through, you'll kind of see, and I'll explain a little bit more why there's probably more picture than what maybe some people might have been. I might crop this. So I'm actually going to take this page out because we were in Colorado when it's my grandpa.
Beautiful scenery. Oh my gosh.
Yes, and that is, Kelly, why I did.
Pictures are amazing.
That's what iPhone does. I'm not
well
pushing an iPhone or anything.
Okay,
but
the other thing is all of that blue. A lot of people, for some reason, are wearing blue, and you've got the green, which is, I can see why you picked out this collection.
Yes. And so I'm going to actually, and I could pop dot that on there, and I'm not good at doing upside down scrapbooking. I don't know who is.
Nobody.
But, when you go to a funeral or anything, we do have different, all the different states.
We do. We have a lot.
So grab it, and just so you kind of remember, hey, this took place in Colorado. But also, that is why I did leave a lot of our pictures. Most of the time, if this were at a restaurant or something like that, I would crop off up at the top. But
but you left the beautiful scenery.
I think that's one thing I do miss about Colorado is the mountains. And this is to know that this is what my grandma and grandpa are actually getting the pleasure of enjoying, and then when we go out and visit, we all usually stop by and see them. So
yes, it is beautiful scenery. Your pages Now, what Bobbi did was she took the plaid, and she's got a strip of plaid and then a couple solids.
Yep.
And that's her background of her page, and then it makes your pictures pop off of that.
Exactly. And I mean, for a memorial album, I really don't use a lot of glitz, glamour, things like that. I try to keep it pretty simple, to the point. But this is, I can't remember, some of this is before the funeral, and then some of it was after, or the service, I should say. We just did a service with my grandpa out at the grave. But people just standing around, you know, talking
Candid
and laughing.
shots
Yes.
are nice.
And, you know, we got to meet, you know, my kids actually got to meet some of the family for the first time. And then just to also meet some of my grandpa's, people that my grandpa knew.
And
that,
share stories. And
oh gosh, some of the stories, my grandpa was a cop growing up. Or not growing up, but when he was older, so hearing their stories that they had and everything. So everybody just kind of standing around and talking. Type of thing. So then we'll go to the next page. So this is one of my grandpa's stepsons that he raised quite a bit and was there. And just that picture, just kind of just, you know,
Yeah.
he's just kind of saying his last goodbye with my grandpa and, you know, having that conversation. And then we've got one of my uncles still in the flowers. So
there you go.
So again, it's just kind of, you know, what do you have? And that's why I do print all of my pictures off, because I never know what I want to cherish. And then I just love that saying that they had there.
So this is on the paper, the saying here. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, still missed, and very dear. And that's part of the cut apart paper here.
Yes, and we'll talk about this a little bit more when we come. But then there is, and I don't think I grabbed it, I'm not sure if we have it, but a sticker pack. So
sure.
I did use some of the stickers, and I can go back. I don't think I brought the stickers with me, but I also like to just kind of put my pages on, or make my pages, and then go back through and kind of do the embellishment with the stickers and all of that. So here we're talking, you now see me drinking the beer. I am of age and eating potatoes.
You are of age.
I am of age. The 12-year-olds at that time. But my grandpa and I, growing up, we always had potato chips, and he liked Old Milwaukee. It is hard to find Old Milwaukee in Colorado.
I bet.
So, you know what? And we went to a little gas station. I'm like, really, it's Colorado. They'll have Old Milwaukee, so I think that's a Budweiser. I'm not a good beer person. So my grandpa and I had our last beer and potato chips together.
And you took pictures of that, Bobbi.
Yes.
That's really neat.
Yes, I think one of the boys is like, I'll take pictures. So they're, you know,
It makes it very interesting.
Yep, and just to know, and one thing I do want to point out is you don't see any journaling. I'm not a good journaler.
I think you need to add that.
You do, and see, I kind of go back and forth, because I'm like, I have my memory of it. And what do you think when you look at that page? You're like, oh, here's Bobbi just having a beer and some potato chips with their grandpa. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, do I want to journal, or do I just want to have the memory that I had when, you know, we did that? So I'll work on that, Kelly.
Okay.
All right. Now here comes the fun with all of this. This is, after the funeral, we went over to a little building and just did the reception, I guess you would call it. I don't know the proper terminology and that, but this is where family got to hang out and just... And again, I'm taking pictures all the time.
We can tell. And it's so great that you did, and they're really good pictures, Bobbi.
Thank you. Again, this is just with my camera or my phone. I, live on it, as they all know, but I will just take different pictures and just different, people. My uncle, the one that stole the flowers, he got busted. The cop is right.
They're writing him a ticket
they're writing
there.
him up right there. So those are the kind of like why I say I don't journal. I don't even know what that conversation was about, but I can kind of just be like, oh, my uncle got written up for stealing
Journaling
flowers.
is hard. That is the hard part.
Yep. My brother, my mom's favorite, I know.
I've never seen your brother.
That
I
is
didn't
my
even know
brother.
you had a brother.
I
Okay,
do.
Bobbi
Yes,
has a brother.
It's my older brother. That's one of my cousins, and these are cousins here, and one of my aunts, my sister-in-law. So, again, it's just sitting back, and yes, I probably should journal, like who people are, because when
in the future they're not going to know.
Yep, when I pass away and the boys, want to take on this album, they can say, oh yeah, I do remember Uncle Charlie and everything. So, and then again, you'll notice kind of the same pictures over here, but you gotta look at the different, this is one of my nieces, and this is my dad, and just the look. I just love the look that he's given her, but you know, you can say, hey, Bobbi, you've already got pictures, but I just love the different
The expressions, yeah.
and everything like that. Where's the one with my niece or with my sister-in-law? You know, what's her cup say? I can't read that. But must have been a good...
I don't know either.
But again, I just like to keep all of those different things. And then here's my kids, my, you know, all of that. And just, you know, Bryce with his eyes closed with my cousin.
So, and you're getting a lot of pictures on your pages. You've got 11 pictures between these two pages.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at, again, Bobbi, I like to point out your design just because that's what people are looking for, ideas on how to do pages like these. And it looks like on the insides of her pages, she's got the floral coming down. And then I don't know if this is a strip or your background. And then she's got the solid. And then matting her pictures makes everything just pop. It's nice to look at.
Yep, and thank you. And I mean, again, using the color vibe that we have and picking what goes together, and I'm just able to kind of intermingle the two. And I'll be honest, Peggy's the one that kind of showed me this, and you've seen on her layouts where she just adds just a strip down.
I know, just that break of white, though, I think really helps make your pictures pop.
Thank you. Yeah, and so
by
try to back
getting the stuff from the same collection is nice because everything goes together.
And I know I mentioned last time I do buy our, like, one of each. I couldn't even remember which I did, but, you know, I always, once I run out, I come back and get another.
So we package the basil cardstock, and these are all smooth. So we've got the craft, the natural, and the white in 12 by 12, and also in 8.5 by 11. So you can buy it in a bulk pack of 25 sheets.
Yep, and so that's what I like to have as well, because you could never go wrong with the white, even though if it's not the color vibe. But like I just, again, love the expressions that everybody has in regards to it. And then I did just kind of pop dot some of the ephemera.
So there's the ephemera from In Loving Memory from Photoplay. I was just talking to our Photoplay sales rep, and I told her how well this collection was doing and that we really needed it. And it worked out perfect for us for the month of April.
Yep. And the nice thing, though, is I don't even have to use this as a memorial, just the page.
Right,
just
it could be anything.
Yep. And so then we're going to here. So we are what we call a blended family with my grandpa. And, you know, here's, you know, just the different family members that we've, you know, grown. And that's why I've pulled these out, kind of the family, the cousins, you know, you name it, because you can add those to your pages.
So we have cousins, family. Here's another family die cut. And if we have in our themes, we do have a theme called family, and you'll find lots of different laser cuts like these.
Yes.
And some people make them themselves, and some of us like to buy them.
And I think I mentioned it last time, I do have a Cricut at home, and this is sometimes is just easier when I know what I want to get done and just get it all in here. So I know you guys have heard me talk about my mom. That is my mom right there.
There's Bobbi's mom.
So she's not on. She's in California. So they're about 2 hours behind us right now.
She might still be sleeping.
I think she is. So, and then one of my dad's brothers. And he's the baby.
Oh.
My Uncle Brad.
Probably the ornery one. Usually the young ones are the ornery ones.
You know, I've heard, and that's the nice thing about this type of, I think whatever environment, when you get people together, you get to hear the stories of them growing up, and you're like, and I got in trouble for this or whatever it is when, you know, they lived before the life of social media. So some of the stuff they did, it's just like, oh my gosh, stealing beer from a beer truck.
It's not out in the public yet.
No. And so again, I just took here, I like to keep my pages a little simple.
She just added little embellishments here. It looks like a sticker maybe, and a couple little flowers up here.
Yep.
Your pictures do pop, and I think the little skinny mats, she just got a mat that's about 1/4 of an inch bigger than her photos, and I think that makes them pop too.
And like I said, I just go, and if I needed a little bit more room or wanted to get another picture in here, I might have come up here and cut some more of that off.
Right.
Or, you know, I'm kind of overlapping where I can, if I might not have cut it off because his head went a little bit higher, but I just kind of came in and overlapped just a little bit to give it.
That's a different group there.
Your
other pages have been very kind of symmetrical and straight, and I like how this has kind of got a circular thing going on.
Yep. So again, it's just how we can
getting all these ideas, Bobbi.
Perfect. Yeah, and I like to get pictures on it. I think I do a zoo picture or a zoo album, and I swear there's like 200 pages when it comes to it. So now here we've got the family. I took one of our family cuts.
So that die cut has actually got a little glitter on it, and it is $4.29, and it's 2 layers, and it is sparkly.
Yes. And so again, great selection with our family tradition. So this is my dad. This is his brother right there. So my dad looks thrilled.
Yes, he does.
I think everybody's
They made them line up for photos.
Yes, and it's hard to make the guys do that. And then, like I said, we are a blended family. So this is my grandpa's sons from his first marriage, and then he took us on in regards to all of that. So then there's the other 3. Now they're kind of having fun, and these are 2 cousins from my family. Then we get in where we started adding everybody.
Well, it's a great time to take a group family picture.
Yes.
Weddings, funerals, any type of get-together is a great time.
Yep. And then here's and again, you guys are going to say, wait a minute, look at all, you've got the same picture. But again, it's the expressions that I'm like, which one do you X-nay?
Hard to choose, huh, Bobbi?
It is. So I just keep it. And my cousin Michelle, you're going to see some of her pictures. She's a hoot. And that. So just her expressions and everything. Because we're going to go to this one. Oh, should have maybe done it a little differently. And that's the nice thing, I think, also with staying with a collection is you can kind of interchange.
Right, you can mix things
Yep, I don't have to
sure.
do the same, thing here. So again, just people kind of talking around. And then again, we're talking, Bobbi, you've got how many pictures of the same stuff? But again, it's everybody just at a different time, a different expression, what they're doing. And the funny thing is like my cousin's face right here. She's sitting with my brother. So then I went and sat with her brother.
Of course you did, Bobbi.
Exactly. So, we're all, this is, the uncles, the cousins, start adding the cousins, start adding the second cousins in here. So that's where maybe I thought maybe I could do this, add the cousins thing in there. Some of his grandkids. So we're, the grandkids here, and then up here are the grandkids. And again, multiple pictures, but I just love the different faces. There were a few that didn't make the cut because I'm like, okay, there can be too many. So let's X-nay it out. And then let's go to this one. We're kind of getting towards the end. Kind of cleaning up. Everybody just standing around, talking, giving the hugs with each other. We had my sister-in-law cleaning. My dad, there's my dad having a good time and whatnot. And then, like you said, just kind of cut it. This one I trimmed just a little bit off around and kind of, getting towards the end of the paper pack, and I wanted to use most of it up. So
but you do have your opposite corner, so I'll back up a little bit so you can see. She's got a rectangle. It looks like it's maybe 6 by 8 on the bottom left, and then on the upper right. And then that's it, other than matting your photos.
Yes. It's just kind of simple with it.
I like that. I think people like simple. Especially when you have a lot of pictures, I think it makes it easier.
Hopefully I'm not the only one that has a lot, because I think we do. Especially now with phones in our hands, we're taking a lot of pictures or enjoying the moment. I mean, there's my mom with her phone in her hand, my niece with her phone in her hand.
Yeah,
everybody had phones in their hands. And then we are actually at the last page. So my dad's dad passed away before I was even born. But one thing that we do like to do, or I like to do when I go to where one of my other relatives has passed away, is always get pictures with their headstones.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And everything. So always in our hearts. I did not get to meet my grandpa, but, I've heard stories. So I had the boys take a picture with him, and then I took my picture with him. So the next time we go back to Colorado and go out and see my grandma and grandpa and my grandpa, there'll be another picture that I will take.
Bobbi, I do want to also give a shout out for getting yourself in the photos.
Yes.
A lot of families don't know that they ever had moms because moms are always taking the pictures.
We are.
So kudos.
Yes.
We all need to turn the camera around.
Notice though, I needed to do a little bit more training.
Cut your head off a little bit on that one, but it is so true that we all need to take our pictures and don't say, "Oh, I look bad. I look bad." Because I figure I look better right now than I'm going to in another 5 years or maybe a year. So we all do need to get into photos and take our pictures.
Yes. I mean, and there are some, with the family, and I'm not sure who had the phone, or we all just kind of sent some together. And that, And I know I mentioned last time that I wanted to show, and I brought some of it.
She brought her big bag with her.
My bag, they call it a bag of tricks. So just kind of after I did my album, what was left over?
So you had a collection pack, and then the ephemera,
Yep.
and then you had some color vibe.
Yep. And there's more left over. So what I do,
yeah, you can make more.
there's that. One thing that I do, and I don't know what it is, the name of it is, but we have these, but I try to put everything in a pack. And
keep it together.
Keep it together. Yep. And so here's different things that I can use when I do this. And I did some pre-cutting this morning because, which one is it? This paper right here, I did use a few of these throughout. But guess what these can also make, Kelly?
Let's see. I can't wait.
You can't wait? Well,
I can't wait. So this is it's called Always Loved from In Loving Memory by Photoplay. And Bobbi cut it apart.
yep,
And
because
she's going to do something for us.
so I'm kind of, maybe I did my cutting a little bit wrong. But
Do you
the
need
knife,
a trimmer, or you can
I
show
brought
us.
my trimmer.
Did you bring a trimmer
I
too?
did bring a trimmer. You know, I've watched enough memory bound videos. I'm kind of learning how to do this a little
I don't
bit.
know if this was linked to today, but this is a great sheet designed by Janet. And Janet, if you link it, it's number 597265. And this is something Janet did a while back with a memorial album class that she did. And it's got poems, it's got cut aparts, it's just a really nice sheet. And I was going to look, it's $2.99. So maybe Janet can link that for us.
I think I have a little bit smaller cards. So the nice thing with this is that we can use this if we don't use all of these or we don't use all the paper on the back. Guys, just cut these up. Because guess what? Now
Oh yeah, they're great card
I've
fronts,
got
aren't they?
a simple card that I
we
can make.
always need, I mean, we don't always need, but when you need a card like this, you don't know ahead of time you're going to need it. It's kind of like, oh.
Yeah, but it's not just this collection. It's kind of any of our collection, that we have.
A lot of them work for that.
You know, this one, now I might not have anything, but look at my leftover stickers that I have.
Oh, so yes, you could easily add
You
something.
know, someone special. Okay, that might not be for a memorial, but for, just someone special, their birthday, whatever it may be, or holding you close for prayers, I can add that sticker on there and make a card.
Absolutely. I love it, Bobbi.
So keep your paper, and if you have the extra 3x4s, and you can also do the 4x6s, and just make a simple card too. Or you can make Janet's cards. That's why I love her paper, her
Yes.
cards. And then also use your ephemera that you have, all the
get your
leftover.
extra.
And I put all of my ephemeras in our Avriel
So these
packs.
are the Avriel. I think this might be the large
Yep.
bag. This is the Avriel. You can't see it because it's clear, but it's the Avriel large bag. And I put things in, sometimes finished cards in those
Oh,
too.
there you go. Yep, I put all of my ephemera. When I buy an ephemera pack and all of that.
Keeps it straight. Bobbi, you're organized. You're definitely organized.
Well, because when I know I want to use the whole paper pack, I put it in one of the, where'd it
Right.
go?
Keep everything together for a project.
Yep, put it in here. And I did actually just get back from a crop, so I was sticking all of my stuff in one. But I'll put everything in one of these for a pack or for one of the paper packs. And then I know I have it all, and I can just, pull from this one and say, okay, if I need to do the cards, there's stuff for the cards. So yeah, looks like I've got a little bit of work tonight.
We had, we've made a mess for you, Bobbi.
Hey.
We had a customer once that she said whenever she does her scrapbook layouts, she takes her scraps and makes a card, and then she always has cards. And this is a perfect example of how easy it can be with some of the collections.
Yes. So that is what I have for you guys
Let's see
today.
if we have any questions.
Okay.
Denise said it is nice to have sympathy cards on hand because sometimes it's difficult to make them as you need them.
I don't like going and buying sympathy cards. It's like, it's not my favorite one to go buy for sure. So to make it is easy.
That's true.
And I can write my own words.
So Bobbi, I just want to say thank you. This has
course.
been really wonderful, and we get a lot of requests for scrapbooks and scrapbook ideas and layout ideas, and I think you pretty much, if I'll use the old cliche, fit the budget today.
Perfect.
And it was really nice to see your style. Crafty Kathy said she has the same style as you for scrapbooking, and it's nice to think about taking pictures at funerals.
Yes.
and celebrations of life, because those are memories that you're going to want to remember. I know we lost my father-in-law a number of years ago, and he was kind of big in the community, and it was like there was more people than what you could fit. And I was really disappointed because we don't have any pictures of, like, you know, the urn and the flowers and everything. And I wasn't sure if I should take pictures at the time, but now I kind of wish I would have. So I will the next time I'm in that situation.
And I do. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm going to a funeral this weekend, and I will be. I mean, I go in before people get there, and I'll take the pictures of if it's with the casket and the flowers, and just, you know, kind of get those details that we don't think about. I don't want to say think of it as like a wedding where they're in there getting
ready for it right away, but someday you're going to want to look back on that.
Yep. I remember, what was it, a couple years ago, Janet did one of the memorial or just like the remembrance album, and I did one of those. And so that's kind of where I was like, you know what, it's okay. There's a reason we have, you know, and yes, there might have been, like I said at the beginning, but then look at, well, I was going to say look at them smiling, but none of them are smiling. But look at the smiles that, you know, you have and that, and you can just kind of remember.
Well, and Bobbi, a message from Janet. She says, kudos on taking all your wonderful family pictures.
Thank you.
That we can tell that your family means everything to you.
They do. So. They are a hoot. So.
Well, we know who you take after them, right, Bobbi?
I do. Not my dad. So. I mean, no, he's a great man. I love my dad. Like I said, sometimes I think people get tired of us saying, "Can you stand for a picture?" Yeah, they do. But someday you're going to really be glad they did. And they cooperated. As long as the kids cooperate, it's a lot easier to kind of look at the adults and say, like, "Can you smile?" Whereas the kids, it's a lot like, "We're done. We're out." Yeah. Type of thing. So. Well, Bobbi, thank you again. Happy Friday, everybody. Yes. We're going to be having a short video this afternoon at 1 o'clock Central Time, because we want to let you know what's going to be happening next week for National Scrapbook Week. And the National Scrapbook Week is May 4th, which I absolutely love. I love that. I don't know if it's probably been on May 4th because we've been open for so many years, but this is going to be really special. And we're going to tell you more about that this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Awesome. So join us again, or live or later, either way. And Bobbi, thank you so much for coming in this morning. All right. Bye, guys.